already know, Showtime TV podcast, DVD era. Now we're taking it to outer space. My co-host, Good Look Seabrook.
Kim Good Look Seabrook. Yes. Thank you for having me.
I did that so you could do that. Mm-hmm. You know, I got a legend in the building. I mean, more than a DJ, definitely doing his thing. I had to get this man to the Bronx. I don't know how I did that. Jesus was with me. DJ Trase.
I'm here, man. Black Bottle Boys, we here. Trase, I'm here.
Yeah.
Wow. Price just went up.
I'm from.
Well, before we get real deep
that.
into this interview, I come with some gifts. You know what I'm saying? Come with some gifts for y'all. You feel me? I can't be a brand ambassador and not come with some gifts. So, this is for y'all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And our
Definitely
brand new,
Oh, that's what's up.
our brand new cognac from the Bel Air brand is called Vion. This is VSOP cognac.
Nice.
You know what I'm
not know you know what, right?
Yeah.
We ain't
You know
even gonna
what
say the
I'm
name.
saying?
We gonna right.
Y'all can even keep the bag. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
You give
That's
it to the
what's
lady.
up.
You
Well,
feel me?
thank
Say,
you.
lady,
Thank
go
you
home
so
with
much.
your bag, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I like
Right.
gifts.
We here.
We like that.
Let's keep this right here.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No,
man.
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, to answer your question, you said where does that stem from?
Yeah, like the passion and the drive and.
I grew up around DJs. My brother Louis was a DJ. You know, he had the whole turntable set up with the coffin with the rug on it, the old school joints. You know what I'm saying? Like all the records, freestyle house. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how Spanish people do back in the day. You feel me? A little freestyle,
Yes.
a little bit of house. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he had a lot of vinyl and. That's how I was introduced, watching him, like going to his room, watching him. And then when he would get dressed up and go to the club, I would sneak into the room and, play around with the records and the turntables and the mixer, touch everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I ever said this before on an interview, but after a while, he got into car racing and he just handed down all his equipment and everything to me. And I just had to figure it out.
Wow.
He didn't teach me how to DJ.
that
Nobody taught me.
That was my next question.
Nobody taught me how to DJ. I was very, very. I was always a visual person. Like I was always watching.
Watching, right?
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Now I do have certain friends. You know, I would go to their house or I would go to their parties and I would ask certain questions. But nobody physically taught me how to DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned on my own from watching my brothers and watching. The hood legends, you know what I'm saying? The local legends in my hood, Lower East Side, you feel me?
That's what's up.
That's dope. Cause I was definitely gonna ask you, like, how did that work for you? So like, I know you messed up a lot of records before you got to like to the place where you felt like you was like okay to actually.
Well, I really started my career doing a lot of blends and transitions.
Okay.
I was never a technical DJ. I was never, a turntablist. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference.
No scratching. Yeah.
I was always a blend party transitional type of DJ.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like I was always heavy in the transitions, the blends, going from one song to another, and I was always heavy on a microphone. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the DJ culture. It's always been.
Absolutely.
Since day one, since the birth. So. I really, as much as I wanted to really learn how to scratch more, I know basic scratching. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't boogie blind. I ain't
Right.
You
gotta mix a dibble and dabble with it at some
shout out
point.
to them,
Yeah.
though. You know what I'm saying? But I could do my basics. You know what I'm saying? I could get through the night. I could, you know what I'm saying? I could do what I do. You feel me? But when it comes to all the tricks and all that, that's never been me. I've always been more of a party DJ, entertainment DJ, you know what I'm saying? Just rocking the crowd, always engaging with the crowd, talking to them, you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's a question. What makes a good transition for these DJs who may not know?
Well, before we go any further, I'm going to say any question that I answer is my opinion based on my experience.
Absolutely.
I'm going to just say that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's going to have, you know what I'm saying, something to say about it. You feel me? So I'm going to catch y'all before y'all catch me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
In the comments, somebody
Right. I think a good transition is knowing how to match the beat, the tempo, the melody, and just the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could do that, if you could go from one record to another, that a lot of people can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to blending music, like you not a lot of people could take an acapella and an instrumental and you know what I'm saying, like put that together to make something else. You know, and make it sound just as good as the original. Not everybody could do that. You know, and it took me a long time. Like even when I was doing it back in the days, like I was really scared to put it out. No lie, like I would say in the last 10 years, I started like really showcasing my blends.
Okay.
I was shook. I didn't want people to, you know what I'm saying, like give me feedback on my blends.
I get it.
As much as I give feedback to artists, I didn't want it on my blends. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was like, yo, they dope, just put it out. You know what I'm saying? And I did, and a lot of people like it, you know what I'm saying? And I just kept doing it.
How you pick the music?
Honestly, I don't practice. I don't think I've ever said that either in an interview. I don't practice at all. Everything just comes from the top of my head.
Oh.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't practice. I don't put together crates.
That's freestyle
You know what I'm saying?
DJing.
Like,
You heard
like
it here.
everything's just feeling, you know?
When you said you were a visual person, that's kind of, you know, I'm an artist, so like I draw and you know I do stuff like that. So like I feel like you see it in your head or something already, and it just come together. Like how does that?
No, I'll give you an example. Like if there was a song playing in the background right now, it'll take me less than a minute to mix that with 6 other songs in my head.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like that's how my mind processes music.
That's like the Terminator, right?
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I've always been.
So you saying that night when you know when we was at the SNS event, and then you was playing those tracks like back to back like that. That was your spirit, a moment, like how you felt.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Hopefully, you know, SNS don't get upset with me, but there wasn't no plan for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I understood the assignment that was never given to me. You know what I'm saying?
Course.
Like, it was a live show. He has a band. Why would I play something not connected to that?
Right.
So what I did was I played some live uncut Jay-Z joints. I played some, you know, some bands who would do, you know, hip hop covers because that's all, you know, that's all adding to the vibe that he's about to create for the people. And he didn't tell me to do that. I did that on my own.
That vibe was crazy. That
you know
vibe
what I'm saying? So if I would play a Lil Wayne joint, I would play the instrumental version of that by a band.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And come back with it. You feel me? And play a couple Jay-Z uncut joints. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of other joints, some Biggie joints that I had with just instrumentation. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, it's just embedded in me. You know what I'm saying? Like to just follow a format, even if it's not given to me. Like
because you deal with energy, basically. You got to deal with the energy.
Yeah, but I also know my job. If you hire me to do let's say you hire me to do an old school event, I'm gonna play old school. I'm not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like unless you give me the green light and say, yo, play some 2015 stuff, I'm gonna follow the job. You know what I'm saying? You tell me it's house night, I'm gonna play house music.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those who's random with it. You know, like if it's 50 years of hip hop, that's so like so much stuff is in that. I could play house, I could play anything because all that falls under 50 years of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So depending on what the event is, I follow the format and the title of the event.
Yeah, because the energy was crazy and it did match. Because like even when he wasn't performing, like you didn't lose the momentum. It was like, like I still was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So like I went up there. I said, yo, who is that?
Well, you know, when it comes to concerts, when it comes to live events, it's the DJ's job to keep the people there, even if the artist is late, half an hour,
absolutely,
45 minutes. Technical difficulties, whatever the case is, right? It's my job as a DJ to keep people engaged, to keep people there. And that's what I did. It wasn't told to me to do, but that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. You feel me? I created a vibe for the event, and he came and closed it out tremendously. So shout out to SNS. Shout out to DJ SNS as well too.
Yeah. That was a dope event. That was fire.
And on that note, we definitely want to give much respect to the DJ because sometimes you guys are not giving your flowers as much as it should. Exactly.
Most of the time.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, you're not giving your flowers as you should. And I've worked with a lot of DJs myself, so much respect. I see the hard work you guys got to put with filing your music and even just the stuff behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So to keep the crowd going when other things are happening and going on is major key and major important. So salute and thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a different, to me, it's a different skill to hold a microphone and engage with the crowd, have that skill. That's a different monster from just DJing. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody could do it. Not everybody has the voice for it. Not everybody's built to be a MC, a host.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's built to engage with the crowd.
Right.
You know, growing up, I was always a little raw with my vocals. You know, I was always screaming. I've always been loud, very loud on the mic. But you know, growing up and being around people like Master Z from Harlem and rest in peace Frank Jigga. Being around those two legendary MCs and hosts, like, it really helped me tone my style up. You know what I'm saying? And it taught me how to be cool sometimes on the mic, like be a little laid back, which doesn't happen too often. But also just key things to help me stay engaged with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to, Frank Jigga, sleep in peace. And Master Z from Harlem, those guys really helped me a lot, and I learned a lot from them. Being able to control myself on the mic and certain things. Like a lot of times I get passionate. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll say some shit on the mic. Can I curse? Can I curse? Okay. Curse. I'll say some shit on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'll go back and I'll tell wifey like, babe, did I say something foul? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me being passionate. Going back to what you're saying, being passionate and just loving what I do.
Are artists intimidated when they play the records? When they know that you're gonna listen to their records? Are they kind of intimidated about what your opinion might be?
That's a good question.
Because already you have a strong character. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that about you. You have a strong character. You know what I'm saying? Strong spirit, like strong. Right. So like I know that like they be like, damn, that's Trase right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think they are. I think a lot of people dislike my opinions, but they respect it.
Right.
But they be like, he's a fucking asshole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Course,
but like I said, I could only give you my opinion based on my experience in hip hop in this game as a DJ in this DJ world. You know what I'm saying? I won't base my opinion on something that I don't know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You asking me for my feedback. I'm going to give it to you.
You don't give nobody no way to even like just switch it.
No.
I like that. It's no gray areas. It's like
no.
This is my.
I'm gonna tell you straight up what it is, and I'm gonna break it down to you. If the snare on that beat was trash, I'm gonna tell you that snare didn't work.
Gotcha.
If the intro is whack to the song, I'm gonna say that intro is making you look crazy.
Okay.
Is your personality like different when you on like radio opposed to like in a live performance, like live area, like live party or whatever?
That's a good question. I don't think anybody's ever. You on a roll, man. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that. I have to admit, yes, it is, because I can't be the real Trase on radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's radio.
You have to filter.
It's a job or a part-time job, but it's a job. It's a corporate job being on radio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to respect the policies, the procedures, and just got to play your position. And a lot of times, I'll tell you this too. I'm giving y'all a lot of stuff I don't really say on interviews, but
about, you know?
I really fall back a lot when I'm on radio. I fall back
because
a lot. You would think that is not the Trase that I know on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really holding back.
Right.
And a lot of people notice that. But, you know, I got to play my position when I'm doing these radio shows at these stations, you know?
Because they got footage of you, like, behind the scenes. They got footage of you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. But I do hold back a lot.
Well, because like you said, it's corporate. You have to, so you know, and
it makes sense.
You got to maintain what it is.
Because a lot of people don't even get that. They mind don't even process that. You know.
I mean, think about it. If you really know my career, whatever I'm doing, I must be doing it right because I continue to do it right.
Absolutely.
I continue to be at these stations, right? So whatever I'm doing, I guess I'm doing it correctly.
Solid.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, and let me ask you a question. So I'm looking at your style, right? And the way you market yourself. Like, how did you know, like you just grew into your own, like, you know, you found your niche. You found your own style because you have your own style. Because I see different DJs and entertainers, and it's like a lot of them, they look the same but different, you know. But you have a distinct. Like, I know that's you,
and I know, and you can tell by the brand.
And you know what I like. You know what I like about him too. I made 2 flyers, right? But I could tell which one he liked the most by the one he pushed, right? And it's his it's like his avatar,
a cartoon.
Yeah, and the star, the way it pops out at you.
Yeah, it's on my watch too.
Got you.
Yeah, so I noticed that. Like what? How did you get there? Like,
a good question. I'll be honest, man. Like, I never had like starting in this industry. I never had a business card. I was never a mixtape DJ, so I didn't have mixtapes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a website because I didn't have money for none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I totally dug it.
You know, and I was always like my first gig at a bar around the Lower East Side. This is a true story. I used to go to the minute I turned 21, I used to go to Sutra, which was bar 13 on the Lower East Side of First Avenue. And before it became, no, it was bar 16, sorry. Before it became Sutra, it was bar 16. Evil D was DJing there. He was a resident DJ. 6 months before it closed, I took over that spot. I don't know what happened with him, but I took over that spot. And that's because I used to go every Friday and Saturday and stand next to the security guards and ask them to please give me a shot.
Right.
I didn't have no CD. I didn't have no mixtape. I didn't say nothing. I said, please just give me a shot. I'm gonna rock this. Trust me. Like, and this was every Friday, Saturday. I was standing next to these security guards for hours.
That's what's up.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And one day,
it was like, fuck.
But that's what
what's
it
up?
is.
You got your stuff? I ran
ready,
home.
Right?
Ran home. I was out. You know what I'm saying? Literally ran home. Came back with my stuff. Next thing you know, I'm a 6-month resident
That's what's
there,
up.
and they shut it down and turned it into Sutra. And then I came back to rock with Tony Touch.
That's fire.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
and everything full circle.
Yeah.
So seeing yourself now and in comparison to then, what was it that what was the growth aspect? What was that?
Well, I'll answer that, but just to finish off the marketing part.
Oh, yeah.
So that was my marketing. My marketing was my loud vocals, my loud tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being loud and being persistent. You know, so that helped me a lot. And little by little, I would just do certain things to market myself. I didn't have bread for jewelry at the time. I didn't have bread for all this stuff. So little things that I could do, I did. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I could afford a business card. I could afford to get a logo done. My first official logo, this is an exclusive too. I've never said this on
talk about it.
Y'all got me in the Bronx. I ain't come over here for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You better spill
Y'all got me out
Give
here,
us it all.
My first official logo was made and paid for in 2014. which was not
Not
too
that long ago. Right.
My first official
And you've been doing
logo
this for how long?
since I was 6.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I dig it. I totally dig it.
The minute I got that logo,
you was posting
and I
it
seen
everywhere.
it, no lie, I ordered shirts,
Everything.
hats, hoodies. I was not playing
That's what's up.
at all.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now, coming to present time, everything that I wear, from my hat to the avatar on my watch,
that's crazy,
to my DJ book bag, everything says Trase on it. You know what I'm saying? Because the best type of marketing is the marketing that you invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm from that old era, which we was talking about offline.
Right.
I'm from that old guerrilla marketing era where everything has to be physical, everything has to be given to somebody, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the digital stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see my cartoons on a shirt or on a hat before you see me posted on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always took really, I took marketing really serious. And a lot of my money goes into marketing myself, whether it's making a cartoon, whether it's making T-shirts, hoodies, hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the back of my hat, it got my Instagram on it. Because you know what? A lot of times photographers are taking pictures from the back of it. So cool, you don't got my face, you're going to see my Instagram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mind's got that.
But yeah, like you should have it on the back.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So and I didn't want it to be too much. I wanted to just it be simple. You know what I'm saying? So I just put the Instagram logo on my app. Right there.
It's definitely working with your personality, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's working, because I was like this. Like, because I meet DJs all the time. Like, you know, that do a lot of, you know, do their thing. But it's like, I feel like, you know, you're a lot more than a DJ.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know? It's the truth. Like, you have your own presence. You have your own voice.
He's a brand, and he's a brand.
I read comments. I see stuff. Somebody said something on on one of the comments about Trase, right? And he responded, "I'm the only," and I was like, "I know this already." Like that wasn't me that said that, but like I had to let you know. Nah, I know this already. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, I reached out to you for a reason. Right. Because like I'm not one of them people. Yeah, you know, I like people doing things and the things that they do, but like me, I'm not afraid to say I'm a fan of somebody. Right. I don't know when it didn't become cool to tell people that you showed them.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I like what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? Is your energy. You were very inviting. You made people feel comfortable at the event. You interacted, you engaged with the people, you gave them eye contact,
make them laugh, all of
that. I looked at all of that, and then the colors that he wear, the logos that he put out, like that. I said, yeah, I gotta get that man on the show. I gotta do some type of work.
Got him in the Bronx.
But it makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? Because like me, like a lot of people think they know me, but they don't know me. Like I feel like I play chess a lot. I don't play checkers. I play chess. So everything that I do for a reason. So like it's always moving parts. Yeah, I have independent artists that come on the platform, and that's because I want to encourage them to do things, you know, a certain type of way, or just give them, maybe I don't know what they had in their day, what's going on. Right. But at the end of the day, I have my favorite, you know, I got my checklist, like, this person right here. Right. So you're one of those people for me.
Thank you. Know? I appreciate that. That means a lot. It's crazy because in reality, people think I have a strong demeanor, a strong character. Some people say I'm not approachable. Some people say, you know, you can't say certain things to me. And I think a lot of people get that wrong because they don't realize, like, you're trying to talk to me when I'm locked in the zone. I'm at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my job. I don't have a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is my business. This is my job. You're hiring me to do a job. I'm not here to do anything outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So people really, I guess they feel like they get the wrong side of me. But in reality, like when I'm DJing, you get the best version of me outside of me being a dad, which is the other better version of me.
That's
you
what's
know
up.
what I'm saying?
Salute.
So,
But this is
Salute,
what
right.
this is what these conversations are for.
right.
Because they don't get to
So-
see.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of like let's say I'm DJing whatever, right? And I you see me, I'm actually doing blends. Like it's not pre-record. I'm really working. Like I'm really, and you come and try to holler at me to take a picture. And I'll be like, I'll just shake my head. Like,
right. I can't do
you're
it.
gonna take that and be like, oh, he's an asshole.
Right.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
right.
Like, but that's what people do.
But that's what
Like,
people do
that's,
because
that's,
they don't
that's the
understand
reality of it.
because they are not-
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But when you don't bother me and you get to enjoy what I'm doing,
Then
yo,
you
he's
gonna-
the coolest.
and
He
you
made
gonna
me
love it.
laugh.
Exactly.
He made me stay.
Just,
So it's the craziest
enjoy the
thing.
vibe.
It's like
Disclaimer, disclaimer. He was done with his set as I approached him for pictures and drops. And that's one of my favorite drops too.
Right.
Like Baba Boys, he dropped, I read that shit together.
Right.
that's what's up.
Nah, but I get what you're saying. See, because I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about that like that.
Yeah.
And it's good. Look at you. You're mindful of people's feelings.
Yeah, I am, but you know, it's just
He
it's
is,
just-
but when
it's
he's
just like,
working,
for
he can't be
example,
mindful of that.
I'll give you another example if you don't mind me asking. Like, what do you do for a living?
I'm a poet and an author.
All right, you're a poet and an author, right? Let's say I go to one of your shows and I want to take a picture, and I go up while you're doing the poem.
Exactly. I'm gonna look
what's
at
your
you like you.
reaction
I'm gonna
gonna
look
be
at
to
you
me?
like you're crazy. Like, what is he doing? I can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I'm gonna still keep working, but look at
Right,
you like
and-
you. Yeah. Like,
right? Who's wrong? You or me?
no.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's like the same thing that makes people say negative things about
Right.
me is the same thing that
But
makes people love me.
Can I say something about that though? To me, like, you know, that's when you come to people, you know what I mean, you gotta meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? So like some individuals, that don't even make no sense. But for people who use their common sense, you'll realize
A
somebody's
lot
working.
of people don't though.
They don't.
Especially when it comes to
But
the DJ. They think that the DJ
everybody's-
got to do everything
but
for
not even
them.
that. But
even-
you're caught up. When you're in a party, you're caught up in the
Right.
moment the whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a mom, you're not a mom in a club. You
Right,
outside, you having a
right,
drink. You
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they talk about that mom stuff while you in the club.
but you're locked in.
But what,
You know
but I want to
I'm
say,
saying?
but what I want to say is, I think that's unfair to say that
This is why I said the same thing that makes people dislike
Dislike
me
you.
or say something negative
Love
about
you.
me is the same thing that makes people say something positive
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
appreciate
because
it.
when
You know what I'm saying?
when I say you have a strong character, it has nothing to do with that. You just you can't help it. When you walk in a room, energy hits you first. Like,
That's what it is. Right.
And I'll say this as a sidebar. I gotta get this one off my chest. When I'm doing an artist event, like let's say a single release, an album release, like those are one of the worst times to really approach me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm working for
the
an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times, other artists come to me like, "Can you play my song?" And in my mind, I'm like,
So
"Do
inconsiderate.
you not know you're at somebody else's listening
event.
event?
Right.
Why would I
Right.
play your
Right
song?" Yo, I'm from here. I'm affiliated with this person.
my
This
goodness.
person's my cousin. This
Oh,
person,
listen, I've
whatever.
gotten that, 'cause
My song was just played on this
I've
station,
gotten
and I'm
that.
like,
this person's my cousin. Can you get me on the show? Well, why
you know what I'm saying?
asking us
But
to get you on the show?
it's like the artists don't realize what they're
Yeah, what
doing
they're
or saying,
and
and it goes
saying.
back to what we just talked about. They're just locked into the moment. They're in the spot. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I have to tell artists, like, I have to push them aside, like, yo, bro, would you appreciate me doing your album release and me playing somebody else's song?
music, right?
Like, if you want your song played, the least you could do is go talk to the promoter or the manager, to the artist. You know what I'm saying?
But
Exactly.
but listen, I'm learning right now. Even though I wouldn't do none of that
I
stuff
wouldn't do it either
at all.
Right.
Yeah, but artists are
Unless-
locked
but
in.
Artists
are locked
together,
in.
right.
Everybody
They
who
cool
comes
and
out,
they may have a connection.
everybody who comes out to an industry event, a party, a lounge, a bar, everybody's locked in. Everybody's marketing, everybody's networking, everybody's drinking, everybody's trying to do it. They're doing it or they're trying to do it.
Exactly.
So everybody's thinking for themselves. Nobody's really thinking about the actual event. Because if you really were, you would be like, yo, that person I need to talk to, let me stay to the end of the night and catch them on a walkout.
That's the other part.
Because you're going to get more out of it.
Out of my mouth.
You're going to get more out of
Stay
it.
to the end of the night,
You
which
know what I'm saying?
a lot of artists don't do.
Right. Or come with a drink or be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, Can I have your number? Can I hit you up on that? Something, but just wait till there's some type of downtime. You feel me? Like
I had a pad here. I was gonna.
Yeah, I'm just give you some gems. You feel me? Like
I'm glad you're saying this stuff.
Yeah,
because like
I say it all the time. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? Maybe because I don't do it or I don't. I mean, I'm around, but I'm not around. Like, you know, that's. I didn't know that's how they felt. You know how you felt. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it don't make no sense to me. If you're not a part of the itinerary for the night, don't come try to be a part of the event if you're not part of the event.
Right.
If you come in to enjoy the event, enjoy the event. You want to holler at people, holler at them at the right time. If there's 4 DJs, wait for the first one to get off to go talk to him.
Right.
Then do it for the second one. Then do it for the third one.
Exactly.
If you got to stay all night, that's what you got to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't come intervening with people's crafts. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's disrespectful.
You're definitely passionate about that.
I don't.
Because it happens to him so many times.
Nah, you know why I'm passionate is because I'm a real DJ. I'm really working. I'm really blending. I'm really scratching. I'm really on the mic. I'm really looking at everybody.
Right.
You know
You're
what I'm saying?
Just pressing the button.
I'm not just shouting out the birthday people. I'm not just shouting out the people who spent $10,000 on bottles. I'm shouting out the 2 little people over there on the corner who been here the whole time buying drinks and food and they ain't leave. I'm talking to them too. I don't got time to pay attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can holler later. You feel me?
Indeed.
That's just the way I feel about it.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up around OGs and the OGs that I grew up around, they always told me, like, act like you belong when you at these events.
Right.
Act like you belong. It don't matter if you got jewelry, money, bottles, whatever. Act like you belong.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What was that question you was gonna ask him before we did
we were talking about like from the beginning and to where you are now. What was that major point, pivotal point in your life that made you transition into being a professional? And I think that was something to that nature. We were talking about when you got your first gig. Remember the
level up.
Yeah, so I ended up being a resident DJ there, and then I actually moved a couple of blocks up, and the person, his name is Philip, the person who owns Taj, also owned this other bar where I was at called Shinsen Leper Lounge. Okay. They closed that down, and then he owns Katra. So I ended up doing Bar 16, and then I ended up going across the street to La Linea and being a resident DJ there for a couple of years. Went a couple of blocks over to Shinsen Leper Lounge, was a resident DJ there for a couple of years. And in between that, I met this kid called Mike Boogie. So I went from being just a regular bar DJ, which wasn't mainstream to me at the time. I didn't think that was mainstream at all. Some people might think otherwise. But I met Mike because I ended up doing a bar in Brooklyn, right across the street from the Apollo restaurant. Okay. And when I started there, it was called 507 Bar and Grill. They didn't have no DJ booth, no equipment, no sound. I had to bring my speakers and my DJ equipment. They threw me in the kitchen. I couldn't even see the crowd.
Yeah.
So they ended up remodeling it, and I was their main DJ for years. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Fridays, Thursdays, Saturdays.
How did you even keep the energy going?
Man, I used to come out through the door. You know the kitchen doors, those swivel joints. Come out and just look at the crowd and be like, all right, I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So I did that and, paid my dues. Yeah. And then I met Mike, and, Mike put me in HK Lounge. He put me in Pink Elephant. Okay. He put me to open up for Big Cap and Bobby Trends. You know what I'm saying? He put me to do, Greenhouse and Promenade and Imperials and Eugene's and Speed and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of people also don't know is that I got one opportunity to rock at the Tunnel before the Tunnel closed.
That's what's up.
It wasn't a big slot. It wasn't nothing to.
But you got that moment.
But I got the chance to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the chance to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I had pictures or something from it, but it was just a quick. You know what I'm saying? But I was a resident at at Speed. I did China Club, the original China Club, original Land Quarters, Copacabanas, Webster Hall, like the clubs. I'm from the club era.
I'm from the club era too.
You know what I'm saying? This VIP out here, this VIP they do out here is not real VIP. I said it.
Yeah.
I said it. It's not real VIP.
No, this VIP.
No. Back in the day in the club, you had to pay the bouncer at the VIP if you wasn't on the VIP list. Can you believe that? You used to pay the bouncer to go into the VIP if you wasn't on the VIP list.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It is true.
Yeah, you could not go in the VIP unless you was somebody known.
Right.
Unless somebody known was your brother, cousin, sister, whatever. Or you paid the bouncer $50 to $200.
So dead ass.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It wasn't all accessible. And when you had a table and you had a section, it was your section. It wasn't nobody coming, putting their hand in your ice box. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was sharing nothing.
That was a good old days.
I ain't gonna lie.
Coat check was $7 to $10.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they do that though. You be like,
yeah, it's crazy. These young kids be sharing everything. They just walk by, they put their hand in the bucket, you know, take ice. You be like, what the fuck is happening out here? Like,
these days.
Everybody want to share hookah. If you come with her to the spot and you have a section, right? Other people are gonna think they cool with you. They're gonna serve themselves, and you just look like,
like where did this come from?
yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you so shocked, you just be like,
especially the wings. That just happened to me.
Yeah. Wings? Somebody took your wings?
We had like 1,000 wings laid out.
Damn.
You know, we don't mind. You know, we got our little party, but damn, they just.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they just touching shit like.
Yo, and here's the
crazy.
worst part. That these young people don't even introduce themselves. They don't even say, yo, my name is, this person sent me over here. You know what I'm saying? Or you look like somebody I know. Just be a human being.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, the thing is that interaction that it's not there like how we grew up.
It's a lot, man.
It's not there like how we grew up. We had to communicate with each other. We had to call each other out the window. We had to like, yo, I'm be there at 3 o'clock.
It's a lot being out here nowadays. At the young parties, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, man. I try. It's a lot.
I mean, I got some experiences. I was born in '82. You know, so I was there. You know, I was kind of seeing a little something.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not too far.
I know you're not. But I'm right.
Everybody experiences different.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
But I like your story. You need to do the movie to that. Like,
you know what's crazy? A lot of people have been asking me to do my documentary and everything, and especially since, you know, I quit my job in 2015 to do this full time. I had a really good job. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, this 9 to 5 thing is not for me.
I already know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what triggered that was I was trying to ask for my day off to go to my son's graduation, his first ever graduation. And the supervisor was like, nah, and I'm like, this is 2 weeks in advance.
Right.
So the dude at the time was, I think I said a couple of different versions of this, but it's the same thing. He either said, no, I'm not going to give it to you, or somebody else has seniority. It was something like that, but basically he said no. It don't matter how I said it. He said no.
Right.
And I was just like, what? Nah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I handed in my 2-week notice, and I didn't come back the next day.
And they lucky you did that.
I didn't come back the next day.
Oh, see, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I blocked the email. I blocked the calls. I went home, and I literally threw out all my shirts, ties, slacks, shoes, and I said, I'm never going back to a desk job, to a regular job.
I got the same. I got a very similar story.
I'm gonna try that shit tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth.
It's a lot of sacrifice.
No,
with that.
This is the honest to God truth. When I did that, I had no plan. I wasn't thinking. I didn't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And I went on a tour, and you know, I was being compensated in other ways, but you know, it wasn't check-wise.
I know
When I came back, you know what I'm saying, I was on a plane with a good friend of mine, Graf, and I told Graf, I said, Graf, when I come back to New York, I'm gonna be the hottest DJ in New York City. Watch me. And the way I said it to him, he was like, I believe you. He's like, the way you looking at me, I believe you.
Right.
3 months later, couple months later, I was booked 6 days a week, no promoter. Had 6 residencies in New York City, doing my own parties.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? No promoters. If the promoters were booking me, it's once in a while, but I had 6 spots on my own.
On deck.
I was DJing Tuesday to Sundays. My only day off was Monday. And it wasn't like, I didn't set it up where I was doing 60 gigs in one day. No, I was setting it up where people could come see me for 5 or 6 hours at this one spot because that's how they got used to me. That's how they booked their birthdays because they like how I did what I did so much that they're like, we can go there 2 hours before it ends and still rock with him because he's there from this time to this time.
Right.
If I do a 2-hour set somewhere and you can't make it, you gotta wait till the next time I'm booked. You know what I'm saying? So I always was really big on residencies.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And people could always come to Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever, and see me spin.
That's what's up.
And come actually chill with me.
Enjoy, right.
You know what I'm
Enjoy
saying?
the vibe.
And if you came out to chill with me, you got the best hospitality in the world because you was drinking with me. You know what I'm saying? I already had bottles and food on the table, hookah. I don't smoke, but you know what I'm saying? All that was on the table.
Right.
The most I would ever say is if I knew you was drinking or eating a lot, I would say, yo, you gonna throw something in the pot? What's up? It's only right.
Well,
you know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
ask you this before, I don't know if we're wrapping up soon, but you ever got tired of DJing?
No.
Okay.
I like that answer.
Not
I
the
never-
partying,
I never-
the
I never
the
got-
energy from anything.
No, I never got tired of DJing, but you know, the pandemic really discouraged me to the point where I started to apply for jobs. And I no lie, I cried to my wifey. I told her, I said, I gotta go back to work. Not getting booked.
I get it.
Gotta go back to work. And it hurt me so much because I promised myself I would never go back to work. But I had people like my wifey, people like my boy Omar, Product, and Prez, and you know, a lot of other people who just was like, yo, you're dope. Like, you're Trace.
Oh,
You
right.
bugging. You're Trace.
Right.
Give it a while. People gonna start booking you again. They just getting their
just
stuff
getting
back
back
together.
together.
Just chill. Just relax.
Yeah.
Yo, if
It
you
was
need
hard
something,
for-
I got you. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
I
You know what
think
I'm
you just
saying?
got
Like,
caught in the moment.
It was hard
Yeah,
for a lot
nah,
of people.
it-
It's hard
no,
for a
no
lot
lie.
of
You
us.
know-
A lot
you know
of
what that is?
entrepreneurs,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
you know what that is? Working 6 days a week
Yes.
to not working at all.
Yes, I do. I had the same thing.
Like,
yeah, I get it.
And I tried the digital stuff. I tried
Yeah.
I couldn't
the
get into
green
it
screen.
either.
I tried to do the Twitch and the
Yeah.
whatever.
It wasn't working.
That
It's not
shit
the
didn't work
same.
for me.
I couldn't get
No.
into it.
There's a lot of people making money from it till this day still. Shout out to them. That shit didn't work for me.
I get it.
You know what?
And I wasn't trying to keep on going with it either.
I get it.
You know what I did? I did during that time. It was easy for me to just do PR. I did PR from my house, literally. That's what I did.
Yeah, but you see with me,
Yeah.
I'm a
A
DJ.
That's what you do.
I can't. The virtual joints, I couldn't really get with it like that.
I did a couple for a couple of clients that I still have to this day, a couple people. But I didn't build my career around that. I couldn't.
I know.
Because I'm a live
Because
person.
I
You
like
can't.
to answer. I get it. I'm a poet,
I'm
so
a
I
live
totally
person.
understand your pain
You-
during
so,
that
yeah,
time.
So
yeah.
where
No
you at
lie.
right now? Like what's going on now? Like for you, what space are you
Right
in
now, I feel like I'm at 75% of where I was at before the pandemic.
Okay.
I feel like that.
Okay.
But everybody's like, yo, I see you everywhere. I see you doing everything.
I do.
And, you know, a lot of that stems from a comment I made to Sho before this interview started was, it's a lot of seeds that were planted in the past that are coming to fruition now. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a lot of work that I put in the past that
you
now
starting to
people are
see.
like, nah, I gotta book him or I gotta have him here. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Excuse me. And I'm not one of those who asks for gigs. You know what I'm saying? But I do go show face. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like I'll give you an example. If I don't see Tony Touch, I'll go to a Tony Touch event. Yo, Tony, what's up? How you doing? Everything good? Yo, I'm just here to support, get him a drink, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those things go a long way because
Absolutely.
maybe he wanted to call me and he didn't have a chance, but he saw my face, so he's like, yo, I was supposed to call you.
Absolutely.
Just giving you an example. I'm not saying that happens or it happened, but that's just the way people think. A lot of people be like so caught up, especially in this music industry, that they don't have
They don't
time to do everything. But when they see you, they be like, yo, I was supposed to call you. Yo, I'm happy we had this drink. Or I'm happy we having something to eat together. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. But showing face, putting in that footwork
Absolutely.
is the key in this industry. I'm not down with that digital stuff.
Right.
You gotta walk.
You gotta work. You gotta work.
You gotta walk.
You gotta show face. You gotta show face.
You gotta walk and you gotta work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it.
Walk it and work it.
You feel me? But that's what kept me. That's what kept me. You know,
Grounded.
That's what kept me, because I built a strong foundation for myself to the point where I'm always gonna be good, because I built so many good relationships with people and I support people and you know what I'm saying? I'm good to people that, you know, that it comes back to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, if Sho books me for something and later down in the line, like, I'm always going to think of him because he booked me, he put money in my pocket. So whenever I could have the chance to do it for him, I'll do it. And a lot of my people could tell you that about me. If they booked me, if they did something for me, I did my best to reciprocate that in some way, shape, or form. Maybe money, maybe opportunity, maybe a connect, maybe network, whatever it was. Maybe it was coming to my event. I threw them a couple bottles, whatever. I made sure them and they, you know, whoever they were with was good. I reciprocated it in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I dig it.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do some work.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up a little bit. I could keep going.
I know.
I can keep
For
going.
sure.
Nah, it's so much. It's so much.
Yo,
It's so much when it comes to me, man.
And
But
do
where
this
can they
for a
find
good
you to book
conversation.
to
Yeah.
book you though? Like let them know where everything you want to leave the people with now, as far as booking you and
Right.
where to find you.
You could holler at my manager, Chase Sims, who's the hottest promoter in New York. You know what I'm saying? Through DJ Trase Bookings at gmail.com. DJ Trase. There's no fucking C in my name. Okay, people? There's no C in my name. Trase. Bookings at gmail.com, and Chase Sims will get right back to you.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
He definitely did.
You could catch me. You could catch me on Sirius XM. You could catch me on Shade 405 once in a while. You know, Sirius XM once in a while. 197 once in a while. Every Thursday, iHeartRadio Heat 106.1 FM. You could catch me everywhere.
That's what's up.
Yo,
New York
Trace,
City.
man, I love
Well, we
you, man.
appreciate your time, your
Definitely,
energy,
definitely.
everything. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely like. I could see everything he was saying like a movie. That's why I say, yo, the movie got to come out, dude.
Maybe one day I'll do the documentary, but it's just so much. It's really a lot, because I really started from the bottom, from DJing in my room for my friends, and then taking my equipment to my OG's house across the projects and doing my first ever house party.
That's what's up.
for the OGs in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BH3. He gave me my first party. He booked me. He's the first person to book me.
That's what's up.
And I didn't even know how to connect my equipment at the time. But I was like, I figured it.
I'm going
I'm gonna take all the wires out. When I
Right.
get to the house with all the equipment, I'm gonna call my brother. And I called him. I remember. Yo, what do I do? Where do I put these wires? And I got it done. You know, I got it done.
Good,
but
good.
you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's really I originated, and
Nice.
I became one of the best techs too in New York. I feel. You know, I've done stage tech work for the Barclays, for Radio City Music Hall, for BB Kings and all that. On top of DJing, opening up. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with hooking up turntable speakers, troubleshooting. Like I grew up on all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just a DJ. I do everything behind the DJ.
I knew
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
You know, I said that already. You know, I did say it though, right?
Yeah. So you know, whether it's radio, whether it's the parties, whether it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? You could catch me all over New York City. You know,
you already know, man. Showtime TV podcast,
Yes.
DJ Trase in the building. You see, I always got to bring the legends in the building, man.
appreciate
You
that.
know, and you know,
Appreciate
and the
that.
price just went up.
Oh, man, we in trouble.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. Hit me on the gram at DJ Trace.
With
You know
the
what
S.
it is, man. Black Bottle Boys, we here. You see the VO, you
Shout
see the
out.
Bel
Thank
Air.
you for the gifts.
You
Yes.
see the Nick colors, you know what I'm saying? You know what we do, you feel me?
And why?
Yeah, I like that.